We went to Malta for my wife's 70th birthday and took an apartment on Set, if that's how you pronounce it. And we were greeted by fireworks from Manuel Island. It was a local buildings developer's wedding party, so obviously he was a very rich one. The balconies on the apartments are said to be of Islamic origin, to allow the women to look out at the world without actually being seen.
Right, this is St Paul's in Malta, and it's the Protestant church. The Anglican church was built by Queen Adelaide. You've never heard of Queen Adelaide, have you? Anyway, wife of William IV. She came here and discovered there was far too many English people in Malta to be accommodated by the Grand Master's Chapel that was being used for Anglican services. So she offered, she actually suggested, I think we need to build a church here, but everybody said no. And then she said, I'll put the money up, and they all said, yeah, that sounds great. And so all the builders came in and started building the place, as they did, used up the money, never finished it, and it was built so badly they had to demolish it all and start again. And eventually you got this, which is supposed to be reminiscent of St Martin's in the Field and with a touch of St Paul's. So there you go, that was in the 1840s. Right, do you think Queen Adelaide had a town named after her in Australia? The difference between the Protestant church and the Catholic oratory just round the corner from it. More glitz in here. Right, this is the Sanctuary Basilica of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Letter. These places are always weirdly spectacular, but horribly morbid. I find the Catholic Church is really morbid. It was full of images of death and suffering. And when they do have a bit more Christmassy sort of thing, you know, birth of Jesus and all that, and little babies, the babies always look like little old men. Virgin Mary always looks rather pale and somewhat flustered. Maybe that's what mothers were like in the medieval mind. Pale and flustered, put upon. Anyway, I guess if it's a virgin birth, it would be a bit alarming. Mind you, I've been in really depressing Buddhist monasteries, all very dark, gloomy, full of rather horrific images. Similarly, Hindu stuff, and well, they have another layer of bling. They don't look on the bright side of life here, do they? Yeah. 1814. That's when the place became British. So I guess this is a building dedicated to the British takeover. Yes, Malta started around about the British Malta started around about the time that Singapore started. And one finds all sorts of interesting people visited here, like Samuel Taylor Coleridge.
Fancy coffee?
Yeah, coffee.
That's
Coffee place.
There's
the ice cream place I was thinking.
Oh, right, right. Well, that sounds like a good place.
Japanese mafia.
Yeah, justice for Daphne.
The journalist.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, mafia hit. Daphne Caruana Galizia was a journalist who was investigating corruption and criminal activities involving high-profile figures in Malta. She was assassinated with a car bomb. Prime Minister Joseph Muscat was implicated and thus forced to resign. And in 2025, he was charged with corruption concerning an EU deal to build 3 hospitals. And also, a businessman called Jorgen Fenech is awaiting trial for complicity in the car bomb assassination. He seems to have had something to do with this 3 hospital deal. But the Prime Minister and other associates do not seem to have been implicated in the murder. Well, what do you know?
Of course, most importantly, we're looking for somewhere to have lunch, of which there are many places. Ooh, lunch.
Inside rather than out, because it's in the
Yeah,
breeze.
let's do it.
So that's the 3 cities straight over there.
Oh, right, yes.
The 3 cities, Vittoriosa, Sengli and Cospicua, are 45 towns on the other side of the river from Valletta. Valletta was built after the defeat of the Great Ottoman Siege. The old capital, Vittoriosa, was called Berga, but changed its name after the siege.
Well, you can hear the British influence.
The Baracca Gardens were originally a private garden for the Knights Templar in the 1660s, and the British opened them to the public when they took over and put up a monument to Sir Alexander Ball, who liberated Malta from the French in the early 1800s. There's also a monument to Winston Churchill here, and just below the garden, the British would fire a midday gun just to let everyone know who was in charge.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope the sound is loud enough for you. Sorry about the smoke. A big round of applause please for our own afternoon climber.
Yes, more British influence. The evening gun. What more? How British can you get, eh? They're looking for people to do the enactment, yeah? So there's a job for you.
Oh, yes, if you're allowed over there, certainly.
Well, he's allowed.
Charge. Believe it or not, yeah.
Like we're about to do something. Okay, perfect. And can you look at us while we're doing that? We belong to a photography club, and they're always trying to get us to go out and practice. So you're our practice. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Sorry, did you get good shots of the firing?
I did. Yes. Would you like to see?
Well, so some of them are really good. Especially
This is one of those.
when it gets darker in the evening from
Oh.
fire, then you get the burst of the flame out the front
Oh,
end,
I
out
missed
the
that.
back
Yeah,
and
because
everything.
it all came as a bit of a shock.
Oh, thank you. We've got to go right up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yep, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the smoke.
Because I thought several guns were being set up, so I thought there would be a second chance. But no, I'm really pleased I've got that one.
Well, yeah, that's what we aim for.
You're into it.
Yeah, no, we aim for the one. Quite often, the first one doesn't work.
So that's why you said two.
That's why we've got backup. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
But it's because the fuses aren't always very good. So you pull, you hear the click, and you think, oh no. Step across and then fire the second.
Is that what really happened? Actually, you know, when you're in a battle with one of these things, you fired it and it didn't go, and then you're stuck with a gun full of gunpowder and.
It depends. I mean, it could be the trigger, it could be the fuse.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
You've just got to get on with it and just check everything, take the fuse back out, put another fuse in, put it all back together again. Kaboom. Did you get a shot down the barrel?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay, try and help.
So the little brass thing, is that a sighting device or just ornament?
No, that would have been the sight.
Okay.
Yep, so that would be lined up. We would fire as far as the Red Boy.
Okay.
That would be us. But the cannons over there would do the same. So anybody comes through the middle, everything should be in the middle.
Okay.
So it wouldn't do them any good.
They should, but
Yeah.
So when was the last time these guns would have been used in anger?
1565
1565. That's a
Yes.
long time ago.
by the Ottomans, the Turks. They tried to take the island. So all the knights lived that side.
Yep.
The Ottomans came in and set up their cannons up here, firing down on St Elmo, but they couldn't win. So they left, and the knights realised how important it was to have the height.
Yep.
So that's when 1565 this was built.
Okay.
But saying that, just thought in 1898 the French were here, and the French actually fired from here down on the Maltese. So that's
1798 would be. 1798, yeah.
Oh God, it's a while since. 1798. So they were here for 2 years, and the Maltese call it the French weekend because it's so short.
Yeah.
So that's theirs.
Yeah.
So that would have been the last time these were used. If you've been here a little while ago, you would have seen Rome over there, because they built the set for Gladiator 2.
Yes.
Oh, Gladiator 2. Okay.
Yeah, so if you looked over there, it was all sort of great big Roman columns and the Colosseum, everything was over there. But they've just taken it all apart now.
Swine. They could have made money.
Well, yeah. It was quite interesting. I come to work on the ferry, and when you come out in the morning, you'd see all the Roman soldiers heading up. Morning, good morning, right. Tremendous place, tremendous history.
So you live here now, do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I live over in Calcara, over that side. Which is very nice, very locals, very quiet.
Yeah. You speak any Maltese?
About 5 words. It is such a difficult language.
Yeah.
It really is. It's started off as Arabic.
Yeah.
It's really sort of come from Arabic. So you hear them talking, you think, never clue.
Yes, because you see the written signs, and from a distance you think, oh, I can understand. And then you get close to it, and there's all sorts of characters that mean absolutely nothing.
Yes. That's it. I hear the guys at work, you said pick up some bits, but I couldn't hold a conversation.
Yeah.
Not a polite one, anyway.
Sorry.
There you go. So,
So how long you been here?
only 2 years.
2 years. Oh, right. And you came took for a job for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was one of those nights with a few glasses of wine
Okay.
and a laptop, and thought,
That looks like a good job.
I could be a driver,
Yeah.
or I could be a security guard.
Yeah.
I could be a tour guide in Malta. They came back to me, interviewed me, and said, "Do you want to come out?"
Perfect.
So I thought, what the heck? Yeah, my wife said, "Go for it." She said, "You're never going to get the chance otherwise, or again."
Yeah.
She said, "Go for it. If you like it, I'll come out. If you don't like it, come on."
Yeah. Nice.